breastfeeding, its benefits, and what all are galactogogues. Okay, so this was 1st August to 7th August is World Breastfeeding Week. We actually try to bring in the importance of breastfeeding because it's very important. And the theme for Breastfeeding Week 2020 was support breastfeeding for a healthier planet. Do we really need a week to celebrate breastfeeding? No, breastfeeding is something very important, and every child's uh, responsibility as it comes to the world. So, in recent times, being a dietitian, I have come across a lot of expectant mothers who don't accept to breastfeed. Maybe because they are working, they think that breastfeeding makes the breast swell up, and but let's break the myths today. Let's explain what all benefits you get uh, as a mother due to breastfeeding. What benefits does the child get because of breastfeeding? So let's start with the benefits of the mother. So all those mothers who think that postpartum weight loss is very difficult, pe- ladies, please, please, please do breastfeed your children, because breastfeeding, as per one of the recent studies I was reading, breastfeeding burns 500 calories. That is the reason it helps you lose weight. So yeah, one of the reasons, there was one more study, this very reason that breastfeeding actually helps you lose weight, people or expectant women actually opt for breastfeeding. So one of the important reasons. So all those who think that the postpartum weight loss is very difficult, this is the breastfeeding is your go. Then postpartum depression, the recent times talks. Recently, we lost Mrs. Neema Bhakta because of postpartum depression. Breastfeeding is so relaxing that it actually helps you release the oxytocin, which acts as an antidepressant as soon as the baby actually sucks into your nipples. So to get rid of that postpartum depression, you should go for breastfeeding. Breastfeeding lowers your risk of cardiovascular diseases, type 2 diabetes, and a number of cancers, like including breast, ovaries, and uterus. So, what's the harm in breastfeeding? You will not have those atherosclerosis, you won't have type 2 diabetes, you will actually have uh, uh, prevented yourself from breastfeeding, ovary cancer, and other cancer related to female reproductive system. Breastfeeding improves bone mineralization, so you will be less likely to suffer from osteoporosis and fractures in later life if you breastfeed. Breastfeeding can even boost your brain power. Mothers undergo alterations in their brains. That means they can undertake some tasks more effectively. Wow, isn't it great? Breastfeeding helps regain the pre pregnancy figure more quickly. That's what I said in the first point. Yes, breastfeeding helps you lose weight. So, now, these were the benefits for the mother. What are the benefits for the child? Let's listen to the benefits for the child. First of all, breastfeeding is full of connections, networking with the mom and the child. The it feels so protected, it feels so sound, it feels so safe when it is in touch with the mother's chest. Breasts are nearer to the heart. The way he can listen to the heartbeats of mother, he feels so safe and sound, so lively. It makes him more better into the world. Breast milk is full of live ingredients, including stem cells, white blood cells, and beneficial bacteria, as well as other bioactive components such as antibodies, enzymes, and hormones, which all helps the baby fight infections. So, yeah, now more than ever, when we talk about immunity, your baby gets natural immunity from your breast milk. So Guys, please opt for breastfeeding. It is so important for a healthier baby. Breastfeeding actually helps fight malnutrition in the child. Malnutrition being one of the major reasons to one of the major reasons uh, of death during this time in the childhood. uh, you can actually prevent them because of breastfeeding. As compared to formula fed infants, inclusively breastfeeding babies are half as likely as to be the victims of sudden infant death syndrome. That's what I said. Yes, sudden infant death syndrome, protein malnutrition, breastfed milk people are prevented. Breast milk fed kids are actually prevented from them. Oxytocin, as I already told, that it is secreted when the baby sucks your nipple, and other hormones and nucleotides in your milk help your baby develop healthy circadian rhythm. It sleeps well. A baby sleeps well because of the breast milk. Children who are exclusively breastfed for at least 3 months have 20 to 30% more white matter, which connects different regions of the brain and transmits signals between them. So, yes, breastfed milk kids have more IQ, more EQ, and are more talented than the people who are formula fed. Research also shows children who are breastfed as babies are less likely to suffer from cancers such as leukemia and lymphoma, and tend to have better eyesight and strengthened teeth. So, yeah, there's a question, does it help in weight loss as well? Yes, ma'am. First point I said, it is one of the reasons that nowadays expectant mothers opt for breastfeeding. Breastfeeding actually helps you burn 500 calories, and yes, it helps you lose weight. So, one of the major reasons I took this session is the campaign, the theme of this year's breastfeeding week is support breastfeeding for a healthier planet. We talked about benefits for the mother, benefits of the child, but when we talk about planet, breastfeeding plays a very important role. So all the breastfeeding substitutes, all the formula uh, generate a lot of green gas, which is very harmful for the planet at various stages, while manufacturing, while packaging, while transportation. Whereas, which doesn't which is not the case when breastfeeding is done. Breastfeeding actually saves your planet from all these problems, right? So breastfeeding breast milk substitute has a larger carbon footprint than breastfeeding, as breast milk substitutes generate greenhouse gases. So, yeah, when we talk about healthier planet, when we talk about lessening the pollution, breastfeeding should be one of the reasons that you help in actually helping the planet be healthier. Mother's milk compared to formula feed. So that's what I was talking about. When you actually think about people, when you actually see the formula fed kids and the breastfed child, even if you have two children, one who is breastfed and one who is actually formula fed, you can see the difference in your child's too. The children who are breastfed have a better IQ, can actually connect emotionally very well, have a little less hyper than the people who are formula fed. So the whole of a lot of overall emotional balance, intellectual balance is created because of the breastfed milk as compared to formula fed. Also, those children who are formula fed may have protein energy malnutrition, may not get all the immunity, all the immunizations that is you know uh, naturally given to the people, to the kids who are breastfed. So, yeah, as compared to kids who are breastfed, uh, the people who are formula fed definitely have some or the other issues. So if there are reasons where because of which you cannot breastfeed, but if it's your choice, between breastfeeding or formula feeding, please think twice before actually opting for formula feeding, because breastfeeding is a mother's boon to actually inculcate all the health for yourself as well as for the child. So now, a lot of people now will ask me, I want to breastfeed, but then I don't have breast milk. The generation of breast milk is less. Yeah, the question that is dads that support breast milk generation. So basically, a balanced diet. A balanced diet. I had actually talked about this a few days back. Again, a few days back on the same platform where I had actually talked about micronutrients. So yeah, micronutrients definitely play a very important role. Macronutrients, wherein your carbohydrates are 50%. Out of the 50%, out of the 50%, 25% should be complex carbohydrates, 1 gram per kg present body weight, proteins, fat to be minimized, up to 25% of fat should be from fats, and that too from omega 3 fatty acids, which actually help into uh, creating a lot of creating immunity in your kids diet, in your overall diet. Other than that, we have something called galactagogues. Galactagogues or lactagogues are something which helps you actually generate milk more. So these galactagogues, like a lot of people might have been hearing, have shatavari, have son ke laddu, have ghee. So yeah, these things are these things actually help generate breast milk more. You can have moringa in the form of powder or drumstick leaves. You can add them into water and have moringa water, moringa smoothie, or you can have moringa in any other forms. In any other forms, you can also have moringa laddus, wherein you actually combine it with oats, or oats again is one of the galactagogues. It helps you actually generate more of milk. So you can have oats, you can have moringa, you can have shatavari, you can have green leafy vegetables, palak, methi, all the other green leafy vegetables. You can have vitamin C rich foods, which actually help you absorb iron through the iron sources you take. You can have poppy seeds, you can have garden cress seeds, that is olive, that is olive karke jo seeds aati hai, they are good source, they help you actually generate milk in more quantities. So these are all the things that you can actually include in your diet. You should have nuts. Almonds are galactagogues again. You can use almonds in your milk. You can add almonds into your desserts, like if you have kheer or anything. You can have cashews, walnuts again actually helps brain development. You can have walnut. These all are the galactagogues which you should be including in your diet, so as to have so as to generate more of breast milk. Also, uh, also do a little bit of yoga, a little bit of exercise, which actually generates which actually helps you secrete those happy hormones which keep you calm, uh, and calmness has actually resulted in more of breast milk generation. Stress lessens your breast milk generation, so stay stress free. Immunity boosters, if you can suggest. So see, basically immunity is something which is not just one food that actually helps you boost it. Immunity is a combination of all the foods that we have. uh, you know uh, you should have calorie dense, energy dense foods, rather than having empty calories from refined flour, refined sugar, uh, other preservatives that are used, soda, salt. All the white carbohydrates, I say, should be lessened in your diet, rather than. And you should include a lot of complex carbs from whole grains. You should include a lot of millets, a lot of pulses. If you are vegetarian, if you are non-vegetarian, you can have fish. Fish has omega 3 fatty acids. It has good source of fats. You can have them. It helps you improve your immunity. If you are non-vegetarian, you can have chicken too. uh, Include include all the colorful vegetables, which I myself call rainbow diet. The more colors you include in your diet, the more phytonutrients you get. The more phytonutrients you get, the more immunized you are. So have you can have nuts. Nuts again are good sources of omega 3 fatty acids. Omega 3 fatty acids help you improve immunity. So you can have all of those nuts in limited quantities, like 8 to 10 pieces of nuts, mixed nuts. You can include seeds like pumpkin seeds, chia seeds, melon seeds, flax seeds. They help you improve immunity. So these are all the immunity boosting things. Also, turmeric, which has curcumin. Curcumin is an antibacterial, antifungal in function. You can have curcumin, you can have turmeric, but then but curcumin is activated in presence of black pepper. So if you're adding turmeric in your milk, or if you're drinking turmeric water, add a pinch of black pepper, so that curcumin activates itself, and you have that immunity boosting power of turmeric. So vitamin C, I actually mentioned before. Also, vitamin C is one of the immunity boosting micronutrient, which helps you, you know, absorb iron. Iron again, when it is a heme part of the hemoglobin. So you know hemoglobin. If your hemoglobin is in normal ranges, it is one of the good points to have a good immunity. So this is all you should be including of all the things. Mothers complain of pain and time issues. So pain is maybe pain during breastfeeding maybe because of your kid is not latching properly. You should actually consult your gynac or a lactation consultant who can help you. Who can help you with the latching process, who can help you with the proper angles and proper way of breastfeeding, and it is actually non painful once you get used to it. Also, one of the points I forgot when I was talking about benefits of breast milk. Breast milk doesn't require any pre preparations. You just have to be yourself with your kid, and if required, you just have to sit somewhere and you can actually help your kid with breast milk. Which when formula feeding, you have to carry a sterilized bottle, you have to carry sterilized powders, spoons, and everything wherever you are going. So it requires a lot of pre planning before going. So yeah, also breastfeeding is cheaper because formula feeding requires buying the formula and all the sterilization and all the other equipment that is required to give the kid the formula feeding. So one of the more reasons that you can actually opt for breastfeeding. Yeah. So and the other is time issues. So basically time issues is something that because a lot of women are working, so there is something called keeping your breast milk express. You can actually pump the breast milk in a bottle and keep it in a bottle, and you can actually make the kid drink that pumped breast milk, so it saves your time when you are working. So yeah, this way you can, this is one of the new technologies, that is pumping of breast milk, expressed milk in, yeah, pumping of milk, keeping it expressed in the bottle is safe. Nowadays people are uh, 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 a lot of people are accepting this doing this procedure, and it's really safe. In western countries, it is said that if you actually pump the milk, the more milk is produced later. So yeah, it is safe. So yeah, so one of the so we talked about benefits of breast milk, we talked about galactagogues, we talked about you lactagogues, everything we talked. Now one more thing I would like to tell is it's not just mothers who uh, actually do breastfeeding. Even fathers play a very important role in helping mothers to help uh, you know uh, you can, so how the fathers can actually take a role in promoting breastfeeding while the mother is breastfeeding. So one thing that a father can do is, once the breastfeeding is done, the father can take the baby and make him burp. Okay. Second thing is, please support mothers, because they are going from a crucial time after, because postpartum depression is something inevitable. So be there to support her, be there to listen to her, be a patient listener, because there may be times when she would be overwhelmed and happy, and she will just talk about, blabber about all the happiness that she's got. And then there might be some times when she'll just keep crying because of the uncertainties that she comes across while nursing the child. Please listen to her, be there patiently by her side, don't criticize her. And yeah, this is how the fathers play a role in in helping the mother promote, or actually helping the mother exclusively breastfeed her child for 6 months. So fathers definitely play a very important role in breastfeeding. So yeah, any other questions? So, I'm dietitian Malvika Fulwani from Nagpur. You can check out my page, Healthitude. And if you have any queries, you can leave down in the comments. I will get back to you to answer these questions even later. Thank you, AspiringShe, Soumyata. Thank you for supporting this initiative by WABA. How to connect? You can message me, or you can mail me on diet at the rate of healthitude.in, or my number is 9662471156. I will leave the number in the comments. You can definitely contact me anytime. Dietitian Malvika Fulwani signing off. Thank you, Aspiring She Magazine. Thank you, Soumyata, for taking this initiative to support this campaign by WABA, that is World Alliance for uh, breastfeeding support, or breastfeeding action. So yeah, looking forward to more collabs. Thank you, Aspiring She. Signing off, dietitian Malvika Fulwani.